Guys, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a full order flow breakdown on my analysis, my confirmations, and my confirmations for placing my profit target on this trade I took on December 18th, last Thursday. But yeah, let's basically get straight into it. So you can see here on the chart on TradeZella, we have these two low volume nodes that I'm watching in the pre-market, and you're going to see in my pre-market plan, this is my scenario 1. I'm first going to be looking for a failed rally out of this demand zone. We see a low volume block from the 45 to 38 level, which if this zone cannot get reclaimed, I think it's very likely we sell off to the 830s. I'm first going to be looking for trap buyers in this zone. With us breaking out to the high of day, I think it's a likely point for a reversal, and I need to see trapped buyers in this for the scenario to work out. So let me first show you guys the volume profile, which was why I created this zone in the first place. But you're going to see here, let me just mark this out for you guys. You see we have this buildup of volume right around the 55s to 50s, and then we aggressively sell off, leaving all of this low volume in the pre-market. And I place my zone from 45 to 38, right where we started kind of building volume, right above here. This is where I placed my zone, and I was looking for a failed rally out of this, and I'm going to show you guys some more confirmation on why I also was looking at this. So this is the candlestick chart. And let's look at the hourly or the 2 hour, doesn't matter. But we were basically in this consolidation, this 100-point range, and then we narrowed it down. We created supply here and created an even narrower range or balance, you could say. And we have this demand zone at the 42 to 30s that was holding us for, I'd say, the whole week. And once we aggressively break below this zone, we leave this low volume node sitting here, and that basically was what I took. So you can see here, off the market open, we rally above, we fail, and we sell off about 25 points, and I was able to capitalize on 10 points off of that. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to show you guys what I saw on the delta footprint, which actually made me enter, and then also what this looked like on the heat map. So let's fast forward to about 9:34. So you can see off the open, we aggressively liquidity sweep to the highs, aggressively just fail right after that, and now we're kind of caught up in this zone. And my plan going into this was, if we see this happen and we see these 40s start to defend, then it's actually a sign for longs. But we really never saw these 40s defend, and you're going to see here we actually end up aggressively breaking below them. We see some absorption here, which holds us up, and then we just completely fail. The 40s did not hold. So then I start leaning towards shorts. And you're going to see here we get that aggressive breakdown below, and we're kind of just stalling around the 36s, 37s, and you can see right here we retest the 40s a few times. So we retest the 40s a few times, and now I'm definitely looking for shorts. I'm basically just looking for the right retest to go short. Any of these pops, you could have really took it. I kind of waited for a little bit more confirmation though on the delta footprint, which is why I entered. And you're going to see here at 9:38:05, let's speed this up a little bit. So we get this aggressive pop right here, fails, and you could have took it right here. You definitely could have. You could say I got a little bit lucky with this last pop that I took it on, but I stayed really patient throughout this trade. I wasn't really looking to get, there's no reason to jump in with no confirmation, and I'm going to show you guys on the delta footprint why I actually jumped in. But yeah, so I jumped in 9:33. Or this is 03, I'm sorry. I jumped in at 9:38:05, so about 2 seconds. So right now I'm short, stop loss right above at the 41s, so I was risking 3 points to make 10, about a 3R, as you guys saw on the trade breakdown on Zella. But right after that, we kind of see these 36s get taken out, and now at this point, all of this aggressive, or all of this buying in general that happened in this zone is now, all these people are being put in pain, stop losses are getting hit, resulting in a further sell-off. And that was basically what it looked like on the heat map. And you can see there, we basically aggressively sell off. But I'm going to show you guys on the delta footprint what this looked like. So so you can see this zone kind of got diminished, but it's still held up. But let's see here what this looked like on the delta footprint. So from 45 to 38 we had this zone. And now this is 937.22. So you can see all this aggressive selling pressure steps in, we break below, and then this is what I entered on. Let me press play for you guys, normal speed. So you can kind of see we're just hanging out around the 35s, 37s. As you guys saw on the heat map, we had multiple tests that failed. So now I'm interested in finding the right entry for a short. And you're going to see here, in about 20 seconds, I go short. But you can see we're already starting to form a volume tail. A volume tail is basically just what you're seeing right here. It's not too significant in this example, but it's just kind of when you see a lack of interest at a certain price range, and it gives you a lot of confirmation on the delta footprint to go short as well, or long depending on the situation. But you're going to see we get this test of the 40s, immediately fails, form a volume tail. At this point I'm short, stop right above at 41. Was only risking 3 points. Let me speed this up so you guys can see what happens. And then as I said, my profit target being 28 due to this low volume node that you see. I basically, I use the volume profile to give me the best probability setups. You could also say a low volume node is a fair value gap, but I think it's just much smarter to, see it visually how the institutions are seeing it through a volume profile and not just, candlesticks, which you're just looking at a time-based candlestick. You're not really seeing anything that's going on behind it. But you can see this low volume node gets hit eventually at the 20, or no. So what happened in this is we actually came a tick above the profit target, rallied all the way back up. At this point I'm break even though. Once I go up like a 2-3R, I'm break even. So at this point, I mean, if it comes back on me, whatever. But you can see we eventually get that aggressive sell off. We test this zone and I'm out. And it was only about 3 minutes for that trade. So alright guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. That was the full breakdown on this low volume node break and retest setup. If you guys want to learn more, I post daily content on my TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube Shorts. I'm going to be becoming more consistent with the YouTube videos, but I work a full-time job after I trade, so it does get pretty time consuming. But my channel is still brand new, so if you are viewing this, you are very early. I'm going to be growing this channel to multiple thousand subscribers come this year, as well as my social media platforms. So if you guys want to follow along the journey, I'd appreciate it. Like and follow if you found this video valuable. And I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Stay blessed.